Hello, everyone. Chapter 1, Learning Target 4. Whoa. This is Miss Osher.
And Miss Lahar.
And here we go. You're going to be able to identify an equation algebraically given 2 points of an exponential equation. Holy moly. It's not that scary.
This is what an exponential equation looks like.
Let's break it down.
Okay?
Starting value is your y-intercept. So that's going to come from 0, comma, wherever it crosses the y-axis. This is not tricky, people.
Yep. Think about it. If you plug in 0 for x, what's anything raised to the x power?
1.
1. So that just turns a 1, so that's why your y-intercept is that a value.
Boom.
Okay?
Rate value. So this is your decay or your growth. If this value, this b, I know it says r here because we're talking about the rate, that's what b represents. If this value is in between 0 or 1, meaning it's a fraction, a positive fraction to be clear, this means it's a decay. So it's going down. If it's greater than 1, it means it's growth because it's going to be exponentially increasing.
Okay? So
Breaking
you can
it down.
tell a lot about an equation. All right, so what happens if we say for an exponential in the form of yada, 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 it is known that f of 0 is 8, f of 3 is 1,000. We want you to find the equation.
So let's just remember, we already said that this is going to be the y-intercept, but when you see this f of 0, this is an x value. Whatever's inside the parentheses is the x value, your input. Whatever it equals is your output, that is your y value.
Yes, and if you, I think I have
Quick
the
little
points.
reminder.
Oh, I do put the points.
And look at that. So again, x, y. So the 0 is the input, the 8's the output, x, y, 3 is the input, 1,000 is the output.
All right, so now what you do is you plug in those 2 points and make 2 equations. Oh, actually, we know our y-intercept, so this one's actually pretty easy because look.
This wasn't bad at all.
Yep.
So we plugged in 0 and 8, and that one nicely gave us 8 is a. So then we use that over here, and we plug in the other 2 points, the x and the y that we have. Because remember, f of x is the same as y.
Yep.
And we solve for b. What's the cubed root, or raising it to the third power, whichever way you want to do it? Same thing, power over root. And you get 5.
Okay.
So we can now clean it up.
Yes, always put it back into a nice, pretty equation. Probably should have used f of x, but whatever.
I was going to say, you could do, Okay.
All right.
Determine the value of f of 2. This just means plug it in, people. So
With your
plug 2 in to the beautiful equation you just made, and you get 200. So 200 is f of 2. You want to write it like this.
Yep.
We will be looking for a pretty answer. We call this the pretty answer.
That's like, boom, that's my answer.
That's the cherry on top. Like, here you go.
All right, so the first example, we had the y-intercept. This one's a little bit trickier because we aren't given the y-intercept.
You know that we don't have a y-intercept because you don't have x is 0 on either spot.
Right. Set up 2 equations with the 2 points.
So notice we're missing the a and b from both. We plugged in the x and y into each.
It's easier to always put the highest exponent on the top because what we're going to do next is divide these 2 equations.
Yes. Again, whatever the bigger number is, or highest exponent.
Highest exponent
Highest
is usually
exponent.
easier.
It was just a coincidence there. Highest exponent goes on top.
So you divide those 2 equations. I thought I had a division sign. Guess
So-
I don't.
Divide. A divided by a is 1. B to the 5th divided by b squared is b to the 3rd. That's what we're talking about, so you don't get a negative exponent there.
You
And then
subtract
this
your
is-
exponents.
This is this.
Yep.
Right.
I just left it like that. Oh, it actually turns into that.
There you go.
So then 1 times b raised to the 3rd is just b cubed.
Right.
So then you raise both sides to the reciprocal, or you take the cube root.
Whichever makes more
Yep.
sense. Same
and
thing.
b pops out.
Boom. So now we have b. So now we can go back, and I'm going to use the prettier numbers definitely for this one. So I'm going to plug b in, and now I'm solving for a. So I put the value I solved for b. I put my x and y back in. It doesn't matter which point you use. This one definitely has prettier numbers. And then you solve for a. So you square it, and then you divide. So like 1.125 squared, I'm assuming, is this number. And then you divide each side by that number, and you get a equals.
Oh, there's my division
There, you know, sometimes it just is
Oh,
hidden.
no!
A equals a number that 36 divided by this is. So grab a calculator.
I'll put it on the board tomorrow.
I'll grab one right now. Here.
Okay, I'll stop.
36
La
divided
la
by-
la la la.
Ooh, that's beautiful
La la
singing.
la la.
28.4 repeating. 28.4 repeating. 28 and 4/10 repeating. Well, it wouldn't be 4/10, but you know, because it's
Anyway.
repeating.
Whoopsie. Ooh, word problem. Word problem.
Woo, woo, woo. Bacterial colony is growing at an exponential rate. It is known that after 4 hours, population is at 98. After 9, it's at 189.
Ugh.
Those are coordinates. Determine an equation. Blah, 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 blah. It's exactly what we just did. You just have to say, oh, look, 4 goes with 98, 9 goes with 189. Input, output. Time is almost always
X.
like 99.9%.
Yep, is X.
Is X. So there you go. And now it's the same thing we just did. So which one are we going to put on top, Miss Wilhart?
The one with the largest exponent power.
Boom.
Oh, there's my division
I was
sign.
going to say, there it is.
Hopefully we went through the math on this one.
So now we have the A is canceled, the B9 or B to the 9th and B to the 4th is B to the 5th, etc.
You raise both sides to 1/5, or you
Raise
take
it.
the 5th root of both sides. Oh, I have my B value.
Boom. And then we do it all over again to get the 8th. Oh, wait, they didn't ask us that. They asked what percent rate is the population growing per hour. So remember, 1 stands for like a whole, and then the 0.14 is what you are growing by more than this. So this would be 14% growth.
Okay. Did we
If
have to
that's
solve?
what they were asking for
Determine
this
an
one.
equation.
They didn't want, did they? Oh, they determined an equation. So maybe
So I
we
think,
keep going.
yes, I do keep going.
So we have one of our answers now. See, we have to read carefully too. Notice how we went back and read the equation to ensure.
Yep, that we did everything we were supposed to. So I plugged in the point 498 into the equation, plugging in my B, then I just solved.
So
And
you, to
there's my
just
A.
solve again 4th root, or you do to the 4th and then divide.
Yep. Did I put it in an equation?
Boom.
There we go. There it is.
That's so pretty.
Awesome.
Learning Target 5 is next. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.